Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to what I think is going to be the final episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 2014. We've got 5 more invoices left. This one here is examine all parts of the suspension and replace or repair all worn out parts. So we're going to have to take it for a test drive. We're going to have to perform all the tests needed to make sure we're getting everything here. Because this guy's got a pretty penny he's paying us, so that tells me he's going to probably want a lot of the suspension repaired. This thing is like freaking got no power, man. You really should throw in a chip tuning. I recommend that. And probably a new fender. Okay, test drive is complete. I really recommend that chip tuning. Your car is a freaking gutless pig. Alright, so let's just spin around without even looking, and let's just go right to our diagnostic path test. Brakes are good. Brakes are good. Front suspension's got problems. Rear suspension's got problems. Alright, well, let's see what we got ourselves into with this one. Okay, so right off the bat, we've got a spring. Oh my gosh. Both of those arms. Bushings, both of those, the shock absorber, another spring, both springs on the back. So we need 2 rear spring. Let's raise the car up here. In the meantime, let me clear out this inventory. There we go. Okay, right off the bat, we need to take off these mufflers so we can access everything here. Okay, let's go ahead and take this one off. Take the right suspension arm. We'll take the spring off. The bushing and stuff looks okay on that end. Take that one off. Take the spring off. Take the bushing out. And the shock absorber rear. Okay, so that's good. Okay, let's go ahead and repair both of these arms. $203 and $199. So we need what? 2 springs, a bushing, and a rear shock absorber. Okay, so we need a rubber bushing. We need a rear shock absorber. And we need 2 rear suspension springs. Okay, there's 1 spring. There's the suspension arm. There's the other spring. There's the shock absorber rear. There's the suspension arm left. And the bushing. Now we can put these pipes back on. Okay, so that's done. Okay, now underneath here, we got to pull this bushing here and pull this suspension arm. And then underneath here, pull this bushing out. Take off this suspension arm. Okay, we need 1 rubber bushing here. And then we'll come back and repair these suspension arms. Just like that. There's that bushing. And here's the suspension arm. And then there's that bushing. Sweet. Everything else has got to be accessed from the wheels. So let's go ahead and drop it back down. Okay, so let's take off this sway-in bar link here. So that way we can get to this front spring. Okay, front spring is removed. Now on this side, I think we're gonna have to repair that front suspension piece right there. Yep, we are. Okay, so let's take off this this link here. The shock ABS C front. I don't know if we can actually repair that or not. Nope. So we need a shock ABS C front. Shock ABS C front right there. And we also need a front spring for the other side. Put that bad boy back in. Bolt her in like so. tire back on, and we are in business. Okay, stick that new bad boy in there and bolt her in. Put this link back on. Slap the tire back on, and they should be ready to go. Just like that. Not too bad. Time consuming, but not too difficult. Check all four wheels and brakes. Check the gearbox and the clutch, and check the engine and exhaust. Holy freaking mother. Gosh, dude. I had a feeling these last few work orders were going to be a freaking pain in my butt. Whoa, watch out for them cones. This could be little kids running in the street. Okay, so there's that test out of the way. Alright, so there's another test out of the way. Let's go ahead and come over here and check the brakes and the suspension like he asked. Got some brake issues on the front. Brakes on the back seem okay. Suspension on the front seems okay. Suspension on the back seems okay. So we'll kind of see if the gearbox needs changed out or if he's got any clutch issues. Suspension and brakes. I do believe that's what he asked for to begin with. Okay, so we do have a left front and a right rear tire that needs replaced. Looks like we got a some brake pieces over there, over here. Alright, let's start off by a left front tire needs replaced. Let's take this caliper off. Because the brake disc needs to be replaced. So we need one brake disc and a tire so far. Take off this caliper. And these pads. Okay, so we need 2 brake discs and a tire. What kind of tire are we looking for? A Vulcan Spectre wheel. So we need 2 brake discs. There's 1 and 2. We already know we need 2 Vulcan Spectre wheels. Right there. 1 and 2, because we already know the back one is bad, so we might as well just buy it ahead of time. There's your new brake disc. There's your pads back on, because they don't need fixed. Your calipers are okay. And your tire. He was saying something about us wanting us to check the gearbox as well. I wonder if the gearbox came up. I didn't even notice if it was green or what the deal is with it. And what's going to suck is if he does need gearbox work, we're going to have to take all these tires back off again. Nope, his gearbox is green. Okay. Well, we already bought this tire because we knew this tire was bad. And that's really it back here. Let's change this tire out. Even though we put the brand new tire up front. Check the gearbox and the clutch and check the engine and exhaust. Okay. Okay, so check the engine and exhaust. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at his manifold. Thank goodness is okay. Serpentine belt is good. His timing belt is bad. Water pump is okay. Idler pulley is okay. Belt tensioner is okay. So we need a timing belt for a V6. Oh, look at that right there. Right up front. Okay, so check the engine and exhaust. So we're going to have to lift it up to check the rest of the exhaust here. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That one is bad. That one is good. And that one is good. So we're going to have to spin around and take all these off now because that rear muffler is bad. So the middle muffler is what we need to go buy a new one. Because we can't repair the muffler stuff. So we need a middle muffler for a V6. Middle muffler for a... I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, there it is. Middle muffler V6. Okay. We can put his dual exhaust back on here. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so now we gotta check the gearbox and the clutch. Ah, for crying out loud, we gotta take the freaking wheels off in order to check the gearbox. We gotta pull the axles. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. No, we don't. We gotta pull... Hold on. I don't think we have to do that. Let's put this back on. I think that's only with the V6s, I think, are different. Or at least on this one. I think we just gotta pull the drive shaft here. Alright, here, let's raise it back up again. I forget that this wasn't a normal little car. Drive shaft is okay. But he's wanting us to check the gearbox, though. So we're going to have to take it all apart, unfortunately. Which is the whole rear assembly. So we need to take the rear tires off and that rear differential. You didn't think they were going to make this easy for us, did you? Last couple of work orders, of course they're going to make the worst. Okay, now that we got those off, the axles and the tires, we're going to lift it back up again and take off this differential back here. Take that off. Take off the drive shaft. And then we got to go back, drop it back down to get to the motor to get to the gearbox. Ah, don't forget we gotta take the starter off as well. Alright, so we've got ourselves our clutch release bearing is good. The clutch pressure plate is bad. Okay, so we need a new clutch pressure plate. See, it's not very difficult. It's just more time consuming because with these ones here, you got to tear apart the whole entire drivetrain to get to this stuff. I think it just gets more repetitive and monotonous than anything. Well, we're almost there. We're almost done. Let's go ahead and throw the starter back on. And then everything else has got to be done from underneath the car. Throw the drivetrain back on, that rear gearbox, and then we'll drop it back down and put the axles back on, and then we should be good to go. There we go. Okay, let's go drop the car back down again, throw the axles, tires on, and we should be good to go, guys. Ah, wait a minute, wait a minute. I think he said to check all of the, wait, no, we did already. Never mind. Let's say, I think he said to check all of the exhaust, but we checked all the exhaust already. Because that's where we had to replace that middle muffler. I was scaring myself that I was forgetting stuff again. Whew, that was a doozy. Car is incomplete. What did we forget to put back on up here? That's probably the engine cap. Yeah, I figured the plastic cover. Repaired, and off to the new one. Alright, so this guy says, make the car drivable and change the oil. Racing was not a good idea. My car is a mess after one session. I have to seal it before it falls apart again. Repair the components that will enable me to drive again. Okay, let's take this off. Let's check his oil filter. He's got no oil in there. I don't know if orange, you have to replace orange, or does it have to be red? See, everything's orange. I wonder if we have to replace all the orange stuff. Probably not. I don't think we would have to replace the orange stuff. I think it's only the red stuff. No, I don't want to replace that. I wanted to check it. Actually, let me take it off. You know what? Here, hold on, hold on. We'll just jump in and run a diagnostic on it. Alright, so how much is he paying us for this anyway? 2,500 bucks? Make car drivable. Change the oil. Didn't look like he had any oil in here, but we'll go ahead and pop the cap anyway. I didn't think so. Oh, I see he's got a fuel pump back there that's bad as well. Okay, so that's good. Let's take off these wires. Oh, he does have 2 bad plugs. Take those off. We'll take that one off. We'll take off his ignition module. So we know we need 1 ignition module. And we need 2 spark plugs. We can repair that fuel pump when we get to that part. Gosh, I really don't think we have to replace orange, though. I think it's just red. I think orange is like borderline breaking, but not enough to have to replace it. Oh, that's bad. We gotta go fix that real quick. Gotta spin back around so I don't click out of my stupid screen. Okay, so we'll put all that on. Let's see what else we got here. How's his starter? Starter's orange. Okay, oh, that's okay. Let's raise it up. Let's go fix that fuel pump and check his fuel filter. Fuel filter is orange. Okay, let's go fix his fuel pump. Oh, we can't. Gotta go buy a new fuel pump. Okay, what else could there possibly be? So we need to make the car drivable and change the oil. We've already changed the oil. Wonder if we could take it for a test drive. Car is incomplete to perform this action. Okay. What are we missing? His timing is all... Not unless it's really wanting us to replace everything that's orange. I don't think so. It says to make the car drivable. There's something else that we are missing here to make it drivable. Really kind of hoping it's not to change all the orange stuff, though. I mean, that's expensive. I mean, gosh, just that alone is going to put us well over his budget. Oh, he's missing his muffler back there. Okay, let's go buy him a muffler. He's missing a rear muffler. For starters. There we go. Sweet. I didn't think we had to replace all the orange stuff. I'm almost positive it's always red, unless otherwise specified. Alright, invoice 74. Replace or repair all worn out parts. 3 things need to be sorted. The clutch, oil, and exhaust. I don't have time to explain it. Must be in perfect condition when I return. Okay, clutch, oil, and exhaust. Wow. To the test track. Clutch, oil, and the exhaust. Another freaking big old whammy of a repair order. The 3 worst things that you can do in this game is the clutch and the freaking, or the 2 worst things is the clutch and the exhaust. Any sort of that transmission work. Especially on this thing, we're going to have to tear apart everything to get it all off. Okay, so all that seems to be okay. So he wants an oil change though. So let's just go ahead and dump the oil real quick since we already know he wants an oil change. We'll examine the exhaust as well while we're under here. Okay, that piece is okay. The cat's bad. That middle pipe is bad. That middle muffler is bad. And that left side is bad. Okay, so we need a new cat. We need the pipe and a left side. So we need an exhaust pipe V6. We also need a new catalytic converter for a V6. And we need that left side for a V6. Muffler, rear, left. Right there. Okay, that should get the exhaust taken care of. Let's inspect the drivetrain too while we're here. Or the drive shaft, that's okay. Alright, so we already know we're gonna have to take apart all this to get it repaired and then to get to the gearbox anyway, so we might as well just get it over with. I don't think I bought that muffler. I think I just bought the catalytic converter, the rear, and the pipe. All right. Let me check my inventory here. Muffler V6 middle. I do not have one of those, so I need to go buy another muffler V6 middle. Okay. He also wanted us to check the gearbox as well. 3 things: the clutch, oil, and exhaust. Okay, so we've already got the oil impending. We've got the exhaust under control. We're going to need to pull apart these back wheels to get to the clutch, I think. So there's that. Yeah, these ones are getting very, very technical with how much stuff you're having to tear apart in them. That's for sure. Okay, so there's that. Now we got to raise it back up again. So we can take this off. Take the drive shaft off. Go back over here, drop it back down again. Now we're here. We'll go ahead and change the oil and check the manifold. Manifold's bad. I'm glad I went ahead and took off that last piece when I did. Might as well take that starter off as well. We're gonna have to take that gearbox off to check it. Okay, let's come on up here. Let's take this off so we can dump some oil in there. That way we don't forget to put oil in his motor. Okay, oil is good. All right, so let's go ahead and pull these tires off here. So we can pull these axles and then pull the gearbox to check it for them. And now we can get to this gearbox. Okay, so we've got ourselves another bad clutch pressure plate here. And a release bearing. So we need a new release bearing. We need a new clutch pressure plate. And a friction plate, it looks like. Yep. Okay, so almost positive that manifold was for a V6. Yes, it was. Alright, so my goodness. we need an exhaust manifold for a V6 right there. We also need a clutch release bearing. We need a clutch pressure plate and a clutch friction plate. Slap that clutch bearing in there, put our gearbox back on for the 4x4. Okay, we'll throw our starter back on. Throw this frickin' beast of a manifold back on. Okay, so all of that is on there. I wonder if we should check the timing while we're here, huh? Timing is okay. I'm sorry, serpentine is okay. Timing is okay. Water pump is okay. Idler is okay. Belt tensioner is good. So let's put this back on. Put the drive axle back in. Put the tire back on. Swing around to the other side. Slap this drive axle back in. Put the tire back on. Alright, so now, I think we've got to put, yeah, we got to put that drive shaft back on and the gearbox first. Let's raise this up. We might as well finish up our exhaust while we're here too. There's our drive shaft, we'll put that in. Put this exhaust piece back on, kind of work our way back. Sound like a plan? Okay, good. Just checking. Put our new catalytic converter on. Put on our new V6 exhaust pipe, since this one was bad as well. Put on our new metal muffler, since this one was bad. Gotta emphasize that new. Okay, we don't want to put these on yet, I don't think. I think we want to put this, oops, wrong side. We want to back up. We want to put the gearbox in. I think we can put these on while we're under here, though. I think that's not going to interfere. Okay, so now we should be able to lower it, throw those drive axles back in. Put the tire back on. Wow. Very in-depth jobs these last couple of work orders were, weren't they? Very, very time-consuming little son of a guns. And complete. Whew, gosh, that one was a doozy. Watch this last one be like the biggest freaking repair in the history of this game. Repair the brakes and perform chip tuning. 20%. All right, so the brakes. Let's just go right to this test here. This will test the brakes for us. Kind of glad it was something simple. Gosh. Those last few full exhaust change-outs and clutch repairs and gearboxes. Ugh. Yeah, this dude's definitely got some brake issues. Alright, let's go ahead and take care of his brake issues real quick. We'll take care of that first. We'll throw it in the chip tuning, and then we should be good to go. I need to clear my inventory really quick. I've probably got 9 million pieces in there right now. Yeah, I was pretty close. Okay, so $84,271 by the way is what we have. Somebody was asking how much money I had. There you go. Okay. So we have got all 4 brake discs are bad. So we got to pull all 4 tires. We've got a bad caliper, all brake pads, on that one. This one is bad brake caliper as well. All both pads and the brake disc. On this side, I just hope it's just the same all the way around. I hate it when there's like one brake pad. Oh, this caliper is bad too. And the pads and the disc. Okay, and this tire. Caliper is bad, pads and the disc. I'll take it. Okay, so we are going to need 2, 4, 6, 8 pads. We need 1, 2, 3, 4 brake discs and 8 pads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And the caliper should be able to get repaired over here at the repair bench. Okay. Fixed. 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 And fixed. All right. One rear left side driver brake completely rebuilt. All right. One front left driver side brakes completely rebuilt. One right front passenger brake set complete. I think I was saying right on the other side. I probably meant left. Get this last caliper on there. And finally, one right side, left rear passenger brake set complete. Now, we just need to do a 20% chip tuning. Let's roll it to the dyno roller. $25%, that's good in my book. And for my shop. And repaired. What is this? Oh. Have fun driving this special car. Congratulations on completing Car Mechanic Simulator 2014. You can now check out Endless Mode. Remember to try out this special Town V6 4x4 model. Whoa. Isn't this thing all fancy? Wow. Very fancy, actually. Look at that. Should we take it for a test drive? For our very final episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 2014? Woo! Ah! Oh! Woo! Oh! Ugh! It's like Demolition Derby all over again. Let's do it. Woohoo! I know you guys have been waiting for me to do that. I know you guys have been. Oh! Ugh. Oh, watch out for the cone. Woo! Oh, I'm glad there's no damage in this game. Whoa! Oh. That was actually kind of cool. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoyed this series of Car Mechanic Simulator 2013. I had a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys did too. We'll see you guys in the next video game. Have a wonderful day, everybody.